Hey there. Here, I've gone ahead and asked Monty to generate a bunch of edge cases that we wanted to test. I've asked it to then, based off of those edge cases, generate a bunch of tests that we want to be able to actually add to our existing test cases. And then, based off the function that I actually am testing there, I asked it to find all of the other relevant code so I can make sure that I really am covering all the edge cases that I need to. That's one example of one of the many features that we're rolling out today. So before we get into the details of exactly how automated test generation works, how you can search your entire code base for relevant code, and so on and so forth, first I want to walk you through exactly what we are releasing today. So almost all of the functionality I just described is captured in this little dropdown right here. You can see you can generate additional tests, you can simplify your document code, you can think about design patterns when modularizing or refactoring code. You can generate documentation for product managers, do code review, or comment code. Now, this might seem like a lot. You might not care about all of these items, and I'm only going to go through a couple of them today. If you really want to see details on all of them, you can go check out our YouTube channel right now, and you can check them out. And the other thing is these are prompts that we find work for our organization, but if you as a developer want to adjust these prompts, or for your entire team want to adjust these prompts, you're in the driver's seat, and if you click on extension settings in the Monty view here, you can go ahead and you can actually adjust these however you want. So I want to make it really clear that you're in the driver's seat the entire time. So I'm going to add another prompt here. I'm going to call it morale boost, because sometimes I need a little bit of encouragement when I'm writing code. So let's go ahead and say, and also I know this UI isn't great. We're going to be rolling out a better one in a couple weeks here. I'm just gonna have it say, tell me I'm doing a good job. Yeah, we'll do that, take the autocomplete. Okay, and so now if I go ahead and save this, and then I'm gonna close Monty Chat and reopen it, the point here is that you can add or adjust any of these prompts to be whatever you need. Let's go ahead and think about how we could describe all of these build scripts here to a product manager in a reasonable way, so a product manager can understand the complexity and use cases that we have for our existing build pipeline. So I'm going to go ahead and just select all of these scripts here. You can see there's a bunch of them. And I'm going to right click, say Monty, add to context. And close this file that got opened. And you can see we now have all of these files here, and we can click on them if we want to check them out. And I'm now going to say product manager docs. I'm going to press enter. And in just a couple seconds now, I'll have documentation that I can share with my product manager that describes how the data moves around and what the product requirements are so that a non-technical person can understand that effectively. That can be really empowering for an entire org. On top of that, the next use case I want to show you is code review. So what's exciting about code review is it shows you where we currently are and where we want to go next. So let's go look at this build script here. I'm going to go ahead and drag Monty over here, and we've already cleared our context, so let's go ahead and now add this file to our context, and we'll select code review. And so here, these are the items that we at AI Maintainer really care about code review, and so these are the items that we want to have. But again, if you want to adjust how you do code review for your entire org, you can adjust it really easily in settings there. So you can see it immediately gives us a bunch of feedback on security. It's moving really fast because of the GPT-4o model that got released today that we're using now. It's going ahead and reviewing our code quality, giving us actionable feedback, and identifying potential performance bottlenecks, which is really powerful and useful. Now, you might be thinking, that seems nice, but what I really want to be able to compare is an entire branch. I want to be able to compare whatever my feature branch is on Git with my main branch or master branch. And so what we're going to be rolling out in the future is a method of doing workflows where, once again, you're in control and it's configurable, and you can choose, okay, I want all of these files or all of these functions to get reviewed, but I want them to get reviewed file by file, and then to have an aggregate summary at the end. And we're going to be rolling that out in the next few weeks, ideally. That being said, I want to just show you one last thing here, and that is the test implementation. So to do that, I'm going to actually just go to the previous chat that I was looking at earlier. And if you'll see, so I went ahead and just selected the test cases, and I was looking at this specific function here, this really simple function, format chat messages, just for the sake of the demo. and I asked it to generate a variety of functionality paths, edge cases, and failure paths. And in doing so, I got 4 or 5 different edge cases that we wanted to cover. We can see that we have the prompts configured to look for jest and PyTest and NUnit tests that might be reasonable. And then it automatically generates, since this is Python code, all of the PyTest tests that we need. And then we can copy and paste those into our existing test framework super easily. And then finally, again, as I mentioned right at the beginning, we wanted to be able to find all the code relevant to this. So we actually ran a search. So that's the other big piece of functionality that I really wanted to highlight here is if you say chat with search here, you can then find all of the relevant code in your entire code base relevant to a specific task that you're working on, which it managed to do here. And of course, once again, these are links so we can find any of those files. And then it found a bunch of other relevant code. That's about it for this demo. You can try Monty right now for free if you go ahead and search on Monty in the VS Code extension marketplace. We're really excited to see what you guys build, and we really need more feedback. So if you have any thoughts or any additional functionality you'd like to request or prompts that you'd like to be changed, please let us know, because we are all ears and we're really excited to keep building and see what you guys build next. Thanks.